Hey, David Stewart here. I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different today from what I normally do. Today I'm going to demonstrate the same music on two different guitars. One of the guitars is set up for playing classical music, the other is set up for playing flamenco. And both of the guitars were made with those purposes in mind. So I thought I'd do this video. A viewer suggested it, and it's probably a good idea to demonstrate some of the tonal differences between a classical and a flamenco guitar. I will be recording this in a stereo array, and this is the first time that I've set up actually good mics to hear it, but I wanted you guys to really hear the sound well. So I'm going to be using actual actual mics today. Normally I don't do that because the tonal fidelity is not that important for instructional videos, but today I thought I'd go the extra mile for you. The classical guitar was made by David Schramm in 2001. It has a cedar top and cocobola back and sides, cedar neck, and the standard ebony fingerboard. It has a Gilbert style bridge, which is a little bit different from the Brucewood. The Brucewood is I'm not sure when it was made. It's over 10 years old. It's number 90. It has a Amazon rosewood back and sides, and it has a spruce top. And that spruce top has been broken, by the way, and repaired. So you'll hear the tonal difference, hopefully, in the two guitars, not just in terms of the materials, but also the craftsmanship. This isn't an ideal comparison. An ideal comparison would be like the same maker, the same woods, around the same time, with two different approaches to really hear like the small tonal varieties. But it's still a good comparison. I've pursued a general classical sound with one guitar, and I've pursued a general flamenco sound with the other. So hopefully those tones will come across. So without rambling too much more, let's go ahead and get to it. I'll play the same piece on one, and I'll play the same piece on the other, and hopefully everything will be edited together nicely. So here we go. so that's that. I tried to include a little bit of everything that you might be familiar with hearing. So there's some Tarrega in there. There's thumb falseta. There is raschiato stuff with the solea. And then, of course, I threw in some Villa-Lobos at the end. This isn't intended to be a pristine recording. There's no, there's some mistakes here and there or whatever. I'm not trying to press this into a CD and send it out. It's just to show you some different tones that you might hear on the guitar with like a bunch of different things that are fairly familiar. That being said, please keep in mind I didn't do any studio magic with these recordings at all. I just put up a couple of mics and recorded them. I wanted you to get a good, very clear sound of what the guitar sounds like, not a sound of what a processed Pro Tools sound would be. So I recorded this in a really simple DAW, and that's just the raw audio you're hearing. You're not hearing any reverb. The only reverb you're hearing is in the room. So my studio is a wood-paneled room, and it does have wood floors, so there's a little bit of reverb in here. But the reverb's fairly minimal, especially with the mic array I did. The mics, just so you guys know, are about 2.5, 3 feet from the guitar, which is considered a fairly close mic for a classical guitar. I really wanted you to hear the sound of it close. Traditionally, you mic classical guitars in a couple of different ways. I usually mic them a little further away than a lot of people do. Some people like to put the mic right up on the soundboard and really hear the rasp of the guitar, and I think that kind of works for flamenco, but I wanted a more balanced sound. So they're fairly close, but they're not really close where you're going to hear lots of on the board kind of sound for the flamenco guitar. So if you're going to record flamenco, you might do something a little bit different. It's up to you. But I did want to emphasize that there's not reverb on these tracks. I didn't add reverb. I didn't add delay. I didn't do any compression. I didn't do anything to the audio. It's just what you hear. I just used some better microphones today so you could hear a little more clearly what the guitars will sound like. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this useful. If you didn't, let me know. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know in the comments or send me a message on the multitude of ways that you can contact me. You could find me at facebook.com/David Van Dyke Stewart. You could find me on Google+. I'll have a Google+ link up. You could find me at dbspress.com, which is my fiction website. Find me, tell me what you want to see or hear. I'm happy to deliver that for you. This video was a viewer suggestion. So thanks so much and have a great, great day.